Okay, we are going to solve this problem. In this question, we have three variables. I'll show you what are they. It's Janice, it's city, and the Huiling. Okay, we want to know how many cookies each person packed, and we have some relationship between these three people. Let's start with assigning the symbol to represent the number of cookies. In algebra, we use a symbol, usually a letter, to represent one value. In this case, let's try assigning the number of cookies, the number of cookies Janice packed. We will assign as the letter J, all right? So J is the number of cookies Janice packed. And we do the same thing, the same way as city. So city cookie is S. So we use S to represent the number of cookies city packed. And you can guess easily that H should stand for the Huiling's cookie. Huiling. Huiling's cookie is H. So now we are going to end up with these three figures or letters. Now we come back to the equation, the conditions that you have in the question. First, we have Janice and City, two of them together, packed 146 cookies. So to transcribe this statement into an equation in algebra, we simply write Janice and city plus city S equals 146. Logical? Yes, and we assign this as the equation number 1. For number 2, you can guess we have Janice and Huiling 374 cookies. So we have Janice plus Huiling H equals 374. Good. Question number 2. No, equation number 2, sorry. And what about the third equation? We need 3 equations at least if we have 3 variables. Okay. The question gives us one more condition. Is that Huiling, yes, Huiling plus, too small, Huiling packed 3 times as many as city. So what is it? It's H, that's Huiling, equals 3 times city S. It's the equation number 3, but we're modifying the symbol presentation a little bit. In algebra, we don't use multiply sign like this. It's by default, if you put 2 things together, 2 symbols together, the default is they multiply. So H equals 3S. H equals 3S, and this should be equation number 3. So now we end up 3 equations. We don't need this. We'll remove it. I think you remember, and you can, and I will move this one up. Okay, good. 3 questions. Good. Now we are going to solve these conditions. These oh sorry. We're gonna solve these equations. How do we do it? There's no specific rule or steps to do. It's kind of common sense. We call it inspection technique. You have to look, how can we eliminate one variable at a time? We can see that each equation has 2 variables, j and s, j and h and s. So how can we eliminate the variable in the equation? We'll start with this h. Look at this h. See this h and h here, h. Same thing, right? So instead of writing h here, we can write 3s instead, because 2 things are equal. So we rewrite the equation number 2 as j plus, instead of h, 3s. We replace 3h with 3s equals 374. Are you with us? Are you with me? I think it's easy enough for you to follow. Now we have j and s like this, and we have another j and s. Okay, we assign this number 4. We look at the equation number 4 and equation number 1. Both have the same set of variables. So now we can replace. We do it by adding or subtracting 2 equations. Okay, I'll explain this a little bit, so to make sure that you understand how the equations can be added and subtracted. Yeah, let's see this. Okay, if you have a equals b, whatever, and c equals d, this equals to this equals to this, a and c don't need to be equal. If you add both, you add a plus c, it's going to be equal to b plus d, because this equals to this equals to this. So a plus c, this side becomes equal to this side. All right? The same thing goes with subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever. If you have two things to the same value, and another two things the same value, you can do whatever with each, and they are still equal. Okay, I remove this. Well, let's clear the. Okay, let's clear the board so we can continue with solving the equations. Now you can see that. Okay, let's move back to equation 1 and 4. You can see that in equation 1, you can see we have j and s. Equation 4, we have j and 3s. Now we can see that we can use subtraction to eliminate j by doing what? By doing 4. Oh, let's move to sorry, for equation 4 minus equation 1. What do we do when we minus? We we minus j plus 3s and minus j from 1 and minus s from 1. So you can say that we oh sorry we can say that we are going to minus these two figures, j minus j and 3s minus s, and equals to this minus this, 374 minus 146. So what does it yield? J and j removed. 3s minus s becomes 2s. 2s. And this part, 374 minus 146, you may need a calculator. 28, 228. Is it right? Okay, 228. 2s. From this is easy. 2s equals to 228. So 1s, only half of it, is 114. You divide this part, this figure, by 2. You have one answer already. This is your first answer. Once you have this, s equals to 114, you can easily replace or substitute this figure into any equation that you like. We'll do it with equation number 1. Equation number 1, j plus s. I will copy this equation so that you understand it easily. Equation number 1. No, it's not easy at all. My hands are not accurate. Okay, don't worry. Forget it. It's easy anyway. You can see them in the same page. So j plus s, 146. S is 114. So we can write from equation number 1, j plus s. Instead of saying s, we say 114 equals to 146. Now what? Now we know that j equals to 146 minus 114, because j is something that adds to 114 and gives 146. So j is the difference between these two figures, and it is 3, 2. J is 32. All right. We have another answer. Once the first answer comes out, the second and the third are easy. We have j and s already. We need h. Oh, look at equation number 3. H equals 3s. So h equals 3s, and s is 114. So h is 342. You can use the calculator to times 3 with 114, and this is the answer. It's the answer. So you know all the figures. But the question asks what? What does the question ask? How many cookies did Janice pack? Okay, how many cookies? It's J, so we're going to look for J. What is it? J is 32. So this is the answer. Answer, we write, we use green for the answer. This is your answer. A-N-S, A-N-S, A-N-S. Wow, wow, wow. It's easy, isn't it? Okay, I hope you enjoy the explanation and I know that you will understand everything. Okay, see you in the next lesson.